What's good? What's good with y'all? What's going on? What's happening? How everybody doing? I guess and I hope and I pray everybody had a wonderful weekend. We prepared ourselves for the trading week of the 17th all the way to the 21st. Understand? It's your boy Harlan, and I'm back again with another video. There's gonna be our outlook, like I always do every weekend for the coming week, looking at potential market direction for the coming week. So, like I said on my previous video, I never took trades on the NAS. Understand? So if I took a trade on the NAS, it's not a trading day or it's not a trading week for me. You understand? So so we're going to be looking at our outlook for potential market direction for the week of the 17th all the way to the 21st. Let's continue to trust the process. Let's be patient. Let's be disciplined. Let's plan our trades and trade our plans. Let's be consistent, understand, and far most important, let's put in work. So this same financial advice, disclaimer, the same financial advice. Everything I say or do, it's based of my own opinion. The markets might not move the way I analyze, or they might move the way I analyze. It's my opinion, like I say. So I'm not advising you to put in money to the markets, but I can say take something, a thing or two from what I'm sharing and putting and throw a twist through what you have and just find something that can better yourself as a trader. So looking at the structure of the NAS, we can tell that like prices though in a clean downtrend. We're having lows being broken, like this low was broken, printing out this new low. This higher low is now the previous higher low because we have this new higher low. Understand? So looking at this, just so I want to show you our history before we continue with what is currently happening in the markets. Understand? So I saw that like um from an higher from this past history, price has been moving in high highs and high lows. You understand? Until it gave us this double bottom and price impulsively pushed to the upside for years. This was probably like 2020 on September. So it's like 2 years now. It's 2 years since price impulsively pushed to the upside. You understand? So now looking at current price, looking at our current price because looking on our outlook, looking at our current price, we can't tell the like once price. I printed out this zone because I believe that it's most important. Price did one step to that level with a double bottom and pushing impulsively to the upside. Coming back again to the very same zone, breaking it, boom, and breaking in again, you understand? So what I'm actually looking for on the NAS for my outlook, because now to me, okay, to be honest, NAS it's a no-go for me, you understand? I don't see anything or nothing is happening, you understand? But all I can be prepared for is for price to break this low in order for price to continue moving to the downside. Because now, if you can tell, they're like moving in high and higher lows, in lower highs and in lower lows, lower high. You understand? So all I'm waiting for is for price to print out a new low. If once we print out a new low, then I'll start looking for those continuation sales to the downside. But if price fails to break, then I would have my support right there, my intraday support for a confirmation that like price is failing to break that zone with a double bottom. Then I can start looking for price moving to the upside. But my overall, I'm still looking for price to continue moving to the downside. Understand? So looking at the hourly time frame, you can tell that like once price printed out the zone, let me use this from the hourly time frame. Once price printed this low, pushing to the upside, and then coming back again to the downside. So On this is our support, obviously. We all know that like price broke a major support, break up, retest, continue to the downside, pulling back again, having some sort of depletion from the very same zone, pushing to the downside. So on my outlook, I'm simply waiting for price to break the lows or to react from the lows and start looking for price to move to the upside. You understand? So that's my take on the mess because now price is not clean or clear. The only thing I'm waiting for is for price to break intraday zones or major zones, understanding whether to have a continuation to the downside or to start looking for price moving to the upside. So that's my take on the mess. And at gold from the 4 hour time frame. Yeah. So gold on my outlook, we did say that like obviously we're waiting for price to print out a what a shoulder in order for price to continue to the upside on our major support. But price did what? Broke down, broke out again, had the retest, pushed to the downside, double bottom, multiple rejections from embracing zone breakout, impulsively moved to the downside once price broke back in. So now I'm using current price or I'm using past history. I look to the left side and I look to the right and I see what's gonna be going on. So now if you can tell that like with a strong impulsive push to the upside and an exhaustion, which is a higher low, basically like higher high, higher low, price pushed again, coming back, pushing, coming back again, closing as a pin bar. It closed as a pin bar to end the week. So obviously, with a pin bar close, the only thing I'm waiting for is for what? Some sort of a bullish candle close. I'm looking for a bullish candle. I'm simply looking forward for a bullish candle to tell me that like we're having some big depletion and some bullish momentum in order to take continuation trades to the upside. But I'm positive for price being bullish because of now price printing out this higher low, reacting off of it, rejecting the very same zone, breaking out, breaking in, breaking out, breaking in, closing as a pin bar. So that's my take. I'm looking for continuations. I'm looking for price to move to the upside due to those things. So from the hourly time frame, just so we can confirm it, um, so all I can tell is now because on current price now, price printed this high, printed this low, you understand, came back again, printing those lows, you understand. So we're having some sort of a resistance, some sort of a support, you understand. So with that said, the only thing I'm waiting for is for this bullish momentum to start kicking in. Is for bullish momentum to start kicking in order I can take in order for me to take what continuation trades to the downside with price. You understand? So on gold, the only thing I'm looking for is for a continuation move to the upside. You understand? Because of now price having to react out of the previous higher low, tapping in on current price and rejecting again on the very same zone, failing to break it. So the only thing I'm waiting for is a continuation move. Is for a move to the upside. You understand? But where I'm looking to take profit, it's on my major support. Understand? So I'm looking to take profit below the major support. So if price chooses to break back in, if price chooses to break out again, then we can start looking for what a continuation trade to the upside with price taking profit away to the pricing. So understand. So on my outlook, I'm just looking for what for gold to respect that intraday support zone with the support with respect to that intraday support zone, then I can start looking forward to continuation to the upside. If price fails to break this very same zone, then we can see prices holding it as some sort of resistance. We can move to the downside with price. So on gold, I'm looking for a move to the upside due to price having to tap on support, failing to break support, and closing as a print bar to end the week on our support zone. So that's my take on gold. Looking at German 30. So German 30, I'm already traded in a trade, you understand? So this is just an analysis or this is just a forward testing. I'm not big testing. I don't love big testing, but I prefer to big test, but I prefer forward testing, moving currently with the markets. You understand? So on German 30, On German 30, price was holding, price created some sort of intraday support. You can tell the like price has been reacting off of this very same zone for some time until we had CPI breakout, close inside the very same zone with the coming candle impulsively moving to the upside, breaking back in of our support zone. So once price broke back in, sorry, once price broke back in support, I was looking for what continuation move to the upside. I was positive. I was like 100%. Understand? Until I saw it, they're like, you know what? Price is now failing to continue moving to the upside. You understand? So due to what? Bullish candles, one big candle, a bullish candle, one big candle. Understand? So now all I was waiting for was for price to break out of support again, if it would, from the hourly time frame, and price did do it. So on my outlook now, all I'm waiting for, I'm just waiting for what? For a continuation to the downside. You understand? Once price continues moving to the downside, I'll be looking to take profit on this racing zone. Break of the zone. With a break of this, then we can continue moving to the downside. Fail to break, and then we can trade intraday zones. Understand? Support, some sort of support, some sort of resistance, and yeah, that will be it. So from the hourly time frame, so from the hourly time frame, yes, we can tell the like price did push to the upside. You can't dispute it, but we had a certain zone with price was failing to break with the rejection, which took the highs out, and then price started having some big candles continuing moving to the downside. So now on my outlook, the only thing I'm waiting for now, because now price is now in a push, the only thing I'll be waiting for is for an exhaustion before price can continue with that push phase. Fail to break off the support zone, then we can move to the upside. Break of the support zone, we'll simply wait for a retest before it can continue moving to the downside. So that's my take on my outlook. I'm simply looking for German daily, or I'm simply waiting for price to continue moving to the downside once we have a break of our support zone. Understand? Fail to break that support, then we're gonna trade intraday zones, which is more like support and resistance on intraday zones. So that's my take on German 30. Looking at US 30, looking at US 30. On US 30, I can also tell the like price did have a what? A push to the upside. And we had now with a push to the upside, but now price failing to break what? Some sort of a high or some sort of a resistance. I can tell what it is. I can tell what it is. You can call it a resistance, you can call it some sort of a high, you can call it some sort of a zone, whatever that it is what it is. You understand? So now once price hit this push, breaking out, breaking out of support again. The only thing I was waiting for is for now for price to retest before it can continue moving to the upside. You understand? But now price did what? Pushed, had some sort of now a zone which price is failing to break. And then price had a big candle move to the downside, breaking that very same zone, and price continued to the downside. So the only thing I'm waiting for, because now price closed below our support. The only thing I'm waiting for is for signs that have prices continuing moving to the downside. You understand? So I can take continuation trades to the downside. So German 30, so on US 30, the only thing I'm waiting for is for that, it's for that 4 hour candle. It's for the 4 hour candle. It's for that 4 hour candle to give us a confirmation that like we are continuing to the downside, to understand. Then I can take continuation trades to the downside. So now with this push and this correction, which is some sort of a wedge, understand, some sort of a rising wedge pattern with what? 1, 2, 3, and price pushed to the downside, you understand? So now the only thing I'm waiting for now is for a continuation move to the downside, you understand? I'm 100%, I'm certain about it. There ain't nothing that can change my mentality or my anticipation. But now, if now price hit this and tries to pull back again, then I will simply wait for what? For price to react off of the zone for continuation trades to the up to the downside, you understand? But overall, this is my push. I look for an exhaustion for continuation push to the downside. So US 30 on my outlook, I'm just looking for continuation trades to the downside. Once we have that first market open 4 hour candle closing strongly bearish, then I can have a continuation trade to the downside on US 30. So looking at USD CAD, one of my favorite currency pairs. USD CAD, we can tell the like price. We can tell the like price is moving in some sort of a, where was this now? Where was this? Was it here? Or was it here? I can't tell, but fuck it. So USD CAD, we can tell the like now price is still in a what? In a cleanup trend. You understand? We have price doing what? Breaking the highs. We have price breaking highs. You understand? So obviously now, with that said, the only thing that I'll be focusing on is this high, and the only thing that I'll be looking at is for this low. So now the only thing I'm waiting for now is for price to pull back if it would, before it can continue to the upside, taking profit on the very same zone, or for price to break this high and continue moving to the upside. So on my outlook, the only thing I'm waiting for is for price to pull back. As for price to pull back, as for price to have a continuation trade to the upside once. So the only thing I'm waiting for in my outlook is for price to pull back before it can continue moving to the upside, or for price to break the high in order for us to continue moving to the upside. For to break the high, we'll have a clean double top. We'll start looking for that reversal or that move to the downside. Looking at Tesla, yeah, Tesla did hit TP on both pairs, on both trades, understand? But this one, I'm still holding. This was my TP zone. This is my TP zone, understand? But I'm still holding just so I can see where will price end or where will price start reversing from, understand? So on Tesla, I'm looking for what? Breakout and retest or fail to break to start looking for the continuation moves to the upside. Looking at Bitcoin, all I can say is Bitcoin was still in that BS. Understand? Bitcoin, I can't say much. Ethereum, I can't say much. Litecoin, I also can't say much, but let me try and share this. Let me try and share something like this. Why I anticipated a continuation move to the downside on Bitcoin from the hourly time frame. So we can tell the like price hit this double top. Okay, price hit this double top. Price broke this low. You understand? So obviously now, once price hit this low, top, break of the low, correction. The only thing I was certain about is for a break in order to take continuation trades to the downside, because this is a bear flag. This is a bear flag in the naked eye, bro. Like, this is a bear flag in the naked eye. Understand? So once I anticipated this flag, all I was waiting for was a break of that flag with price having what? Some sort of a bear depletion, some sort of a bullish depletion and bear momentum, and that's why I analyzed this continuation trade to the downside. But apart from that, all I can say is we're also in a BS move. I can't do anything, or I can't be on anything with Ethereum, with Litecoin. Understand? Last but not least, we have an oil. So I love starting oil from the daily time frame because oil is more like an investment pay. Understand? It's more like an investment pay. So oil on my outlook, I was looking for a continuation trade. I was looking for a continuation to the upside for the week. Once price has a continuation or a bullish candle, which I was looking for on Monday, in order for price to continue for the rest of the week to the upside, or for price to close on Monday inside below the bracing zone for continuation trade to the downside. But we had what a big candle close, so we had a continuation trade to the downside. But it's planning your trades and trading your plans. That's just as simple as it is. So from the 4 hour time frame, because now price printed the zone and pushed to the upside, spiked the zone, pushed to the upside, came back again, breaking this very same zone. All I'm waiting for in all is for confirmation candle, a big candle from the 4 hour confirming that we are having a continuation trade to the downside, or for a bullish candle closing inside this intraday support zone to start looking for the bullish continuation to the upside. But all in all I can say, this is a push, this is an exhaustion. I'm looking for a continuation push to the upside. That's my analysis. That's my take. So from the hourly time frame. So from the hourly time frame, you can tell the like price did have what a push to the downside was something like this. Understand? When I analyzed it, I looked at something like this, which is more like a what a bear channel. This is a bear channel. I understand? Prices breaking lows, prices breaking lows, prices breaking lows. You understand? So all I'm waiting for now on my outlook is for that bear confirmation to take continuation trades to the downside, or for price to close inside the zone to start looking for that bullish continuation to the upside. So that's my take on oil. I'm simply looking for the first 4 hour candle to close bearish or bullish to take my continuation trades either to the upside, nor to the downside. So that's my take, that's my outlook, that's my analysis, and those are my plans, understand? So I'm sorry about that. So on the NAS, I'm simply looking forward for continuation trade to the downside as we break this low. Fail to break this low, I'm looking forward a move to the upside. Gold, I'm certain. I'm simply looking forward for that first 4 hour candle to give me that bullish momentum to start taking trades to the upside. If we get that bear momentum, I would simply wait for a retest and start taking trades moving to the downside. German 30, I'm just simply looking for price to continue moving to the downside. Once we have a confirmation that like price is trading below that major support and take continuation trades to the downside. US 30, I'm just simply looking for the first 4 hour candle to close simply bearish below that very zone reject, below that very same support, or for the bullish candle. But even though price trades bullish on US 30, I won't take bullish trades. I'm simply looking for continuation trades to the downside. So USD CAD, I'm simply looking for what? For price to break the high, or for price to pull back in our major support and our major resistance because we broke out again to continue moving to the upside. Tesla, I'm simply looking for what? For price to break the major support and continue to the downside, or to fail to break the support, give us some sort of bear depletion and bullish momentum and take continuation trades to the upside. Bitcoin can't say much. Price is just in a sideways move, you understand? So once price is in a sideways move, there's nothing for you to do unless you trade intraday zones. But even though you trade intraday zones, this is just like a 166.94 pep move to the upside or to the downside. So it's not tradable for me on my side on Bitcoin. Ethereum can't say much. Yeah, I can't say much on Ethereum, but what I'm looking at, I think I see something like this. So let's wait on Ethereum. Let's not be too hasty, or let's not be too patient. Let's not be too comfortable with it. Let's just wait on it and confirm to us that like we are having what we need in order to take those continuation trades to the upside if we're having that inverse head and shoulders. Ethereum, okay, Litecoin, I also can't say much. Last but not least, it's oil. Oil, I'm simply waiting for what? For that 4 hour bear candle to close below the rejections to take continuation trades to the downside, or for that 4 hour bullish candle to close inside our major support, or our intraday support to take those continuation trades to the upside. So it's a boy Harlem, and I'm always here. I'm always around. I pray and I guess everybody prepared for the trading week. And I hope and I pray that we all are ready for this week. Let's be disciplined. Let's be committed. Let's be patient. Let's be positive. Let's put in work. Let's pray. Let's just work and let's be consistent. And let's stay happy. Let's stay positive. Let's stay confident. And let's forever be under the power or under the Secular Traders Academy. It's a poor holler. If you ain't live trading with holler, who there is you doing it with? That's all I got on this outlook or on this video. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out.